Can you see my sheet?
Yes, I can see your Google Sheet. It has the title International Trip Schedule and column headers for task, status, and due date. Is there anything else you'd like me to see on the sheet?
My question is there any other columns that you would recommend that I use for tracking this project?
Yes, I can recommend some additional columns. You could add columns for priority to rank tasks by importance, assign two if multiple people are involved, notes for extra details, or cost to track spending. Would any of these be helpful?
Hey everyone. Today I want to take you through a groundbreaking feature that takes AI collaboration to the next level, specifically for project planning. I'm talking about Google Gemini and its Stream Realtime feature. Now, what makes this feature special is it allows Gemini to see what's on your screen or camera and help you analyze whatever you're looking at. I recently tried this feature out and found it to be a remarkable experience. And so I wanted to share this video with you to show how it can help you with your project planning and really a lot of other things. All right, well, now let's get started. To demonstrate how powerful this is, I'm going to use the example of an international trip. It's something that many of us have done and it requires a lot of planning, so it's a good use case. We'll be using two free tools for this. First, of course, is Google's Gemini with the real-time stream feature. And then we're going to be using Google Sheets just because that's just something everyone can access for free. Now, I have actually tried this with project management software, and that works really well. And perhaps I'll cover that in a different video. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just use this more common application. And really, this is what makes this particular feature so useful is that it can be used with many different applications. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to go to aistudio.google.com. And when you get to this page here, you're going to click on the Stream Real-Time feature at the top left. And then you're going to see here in the middle, you have three options. You can either talk to Gemini, show Gemini, or share your screen. So for this particular case, I'm going to share my screen. Hey, Gemini, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes, this summer I'm planning to take an international trip to Barcelona, Spain. I'm starting to plan for that. I'm going to use Google Sheets to document my project. Do you think you can help me with that?
Okay, so you are planning an international trip to Barcelona this summer and want to use Google Sheets to document the process. You're wondering if I can help with that. Is that correct?
Yes.
I can help you with that. What aspects of the trip do you want to document in your Google Sheet? For instance, are you thinking about budget, itinerary, packing list, or something else?
Well, for right now, I just want a broad task list of kind of all the major things I should be thinking about when planning this trip.
Okay, you want a broad task list of major things to consider when planning your trip.
Before we do that, though, uh, can you see my sheet?
Yes, I can see your Google Sheet. It has the title International Trip Schedule and column headers for task, status, and due date. Is there anything else you'd like me to see on the sheet?
My question is there any other columns that you would recommend that I use for tracking this project?
Yes, I can recommend some additional columns. You could add columns for priority to rank tasks by importance, assign two if multiple people are involved, notes for extra details, or cost to track spending. Would any of these be helpful?
Those are all great. Let me ask, I'm not as familiar with Google Sheets. Is there a format painter option?
Yes, Google Sheets does have a format painter option. It is the paint roller icon in the toolbar. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm going to click the paint icon and then I'm going to apply it to these columns. Okay, great. That worked. So next, what I'd like to do is, so each of those tasks that you mentioned earlier, say them one by one, but wait for me to enter it into the task before you give me the next one. Can you do that?
Yes, I can do that. I will state the tasks one by one and wait for you to enter them into the sheet before giving the next one. Let's start with the first task, research flights.
Got it. Next.
Okay, the next task is research accommodation.
Got it. Next.
Okay, the next task is create an itinerary.
Uh, Gemini, is that how you spell itinerary?
The correct spelling is itinerary.
Can you spell that for me?
Yes, it's Itinerary.
Is that the correct spelling now?
Yes, the spelling is correct now.
Thank.
Shall we proceed with the next task?
Yes, let's proceed with the next task.
Okay, the next task is budget for the trip.
Okay, got it. Next.
Okay, the next task is apply for or renew passport.
Hey, Gemini. So for row six, apply for or renew passport. I would like to focus on that for a minute. Can you give me a list of subtasks I should think about for renewing a passport?
Sure, let's focus on renewing your passport. Some subtasks to think about include gathering necessary documents, like your current passport and proof of citizenship, filling out the application form correctly, taking a passport photo that meets requirements, and then submitting the application with the correct fee. Finally, you need to plan for the processing time, as this can take a few weeks or months.
Sheet, can you confirm that I recorded all the subtasks you mentioned?
Yes, I can confirm that you have recorded all of the subtasks I mentioned for renewing a passport.
What's the keyboard command for grouping in Google Sheets?
The keyboard shortcut to group rows in Google Sheets is Alt plus Shift plus right arrow. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that looks good. I'm going to
Okay.
bold the top line item and then I'm going to italicize the subtasks. Does that look good?
Yes, it does look good. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your spreadsheet?
For row six, apply for or renew a passport. I heard from a friend that I can get expedited processing that takes between 2 to 3 weeks. Does that sound about right to you?
Yes, expedited passport processing can sometimes be completed within 2 to 3 weeks, though it can also take longer. Keep in mind that processing times can fluctuate. It is best to check with the agency for their most up-to-date estimate. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Gemini, of the tasks I have listed, which do you think are the most critical ones?
Based on the list, apply for or renew passport, and budget for the trip seem to be the most critical tasks. These could potentially affect the rest of your planning and could lead to delays if not addressed promptly. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Those two things seem like they would be the predecessors for the others. So I marked those in a red font. Does that seem logical to you?
Yes, marking those critical tasks in red font seems like a logical way to visually prioritize them on your spreadsheet. Using a different color can help them stand out. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
I'm also going to put critical in the priority column for those two tasks. Would you agree with that approach?
Yes, I agree that it's a good idea to add critical to the priority column for budget for the trip and apply for or renew passport. This helps to further highlight their importance in your task list. Would you like to explore any other ways to organize the tasks on your list?
No, but could you tell me what other levels of priority would you recommend I include?
Besides critical, you could use high, medium, and low to further categorize the other tasks on your list. This would give you a more nuanced view of their importance. How does that sound to you?
That sounds good to me. I appreciate your help.
Okay, have a great day and safe travels.
All right, now I'm going to show you another really cool feature of this Stream Real-Time function, which is the ability to share your camera. So I'm going to turn over to another angle and I'll show you how that works. Hey, Gemini, can you hear me?
Okay, I see a box for a Rode VideoMic NTG. Is there anything you would like to discuss about it?
Yeah, on my international trip that I'm planning, do you think I'll have any issues taking this with me through security?
It's unlikely you'll have issues with airport security taking a microphone like that. However, it is important to check the specific regulations of the airports you'll be traveling through, as some may have restrictions on electronic equipment. Do you know what countries you'll be traveling through?
Through Spain.
Okay, so you will be traveling through Spain. I recommend checking the specific customs regulations for Spain to make sure your microphone is allowed. Would you like help finding that information?
No, I can look that up. Thank you.
And there you have it. Pretty cool, huh? And this is just the beginning. Imagine where this is going to be in another 1 or 2 years. In a few years, you could potentially allow it to take over your computer and it might be able to do everything for you in terms of updating the sheet or updating your program of choice. The sky's the limit, it looks like. All right, now before I close out this video, two things to keep in mind. One, this is not perfect. A couple of things. It crashed several times and it's not connected to the internet. So there are some limitations in terms of the types of questions you can ask. So as an example, I asked it what was the time in another country, and it told me that it didn't have access to the internet or to a clock, so it couldn't tell me what that was. And then two, you have to remember when you share these things, AI is going to see it, which means Google is going to see it. So you may want to be careful with what you share. So if it's something that's confidential, you may not want to use this tool for that. So what do you think about this feature? Is this something you would consider using for planning your next project? If so, let me know in the comments below. All right, well, if you like this video, please hit that like button. And for more videos like this, please follow. May you have continued success with your projects.